Hi, this is Rajinder Uppal, and I'm with the City of Oakland volunteer program called Adopt a Spot. I'm really tired right now, but I've been working all day trying to move my fence in, and because I was asked to move so by the police, and it's really tiring because it's going to be like man hours work. So I contacted the City of Oakland team that I knew, and we'll see how it goes. But right now I'm just waiting on permits and engineering, excavation, all that other crap, so I can have a temporary real estate for at least a year or 6 months. It's so sad that I have to move because every time I move, I'm in Oakland, I've been asked to move once every 5 days to 15 days max, and no matter where I go, I get asked to move out because they're racist, or they're bigots, or they're narcissists, or they're hypocrites that do this to me. So hopefully my saga will end soon, but we started with 16837 President Drive in San Leandro, California in January of 2016, around that time frame when David Martin had owned that property, and he lost the property to Bank of America simply because he didn't call the bank like I had asked him to. If he had actually made a phone call to call the bank, he would not have lost the property. I told him the last day too. Anyways, even after he lost the property, at that property, I was the victim of the Alameda County Sheriff's Department because they did a forced, illegal, and unlawful forced detainer action, which means that when the sheriff comes to the house and they see that I have a driver's license that matches that address, I have a lease agreement that matches that address, I have a utility bill under my company name in Sabian Corp or Essex Inc., one of the two, and then on top of that, they decided to ignore my plea for 5 hours almost, and the team that was smashing my house up was ignored and given no problems. But me, I was asked to show ID, and the moment I showed that I was on, they checked that I was on probation, they stopped listening to a word I had to say, just like atomic robotons. Because the moment they find out that I'm on probation, they treat me like a very bad criminal. They treat me like a third-rate citizen, and not a single word that comes out of your mouth after they find that out will matter to them. They're looking for every reason to arrest you. That's their goal in life. And so while they were doing their thing for 5 fucking hours almost, I kept telling them, pardon my French, I kept asking them, I need food, I need water, I haven't eaten all day, I'm diabetic, I could go into diabetic shock. But they ignored my pleas. And so when I had a diabetic shock and I was palpitating on the ground, he thought I was on drugs or something, and he handcuffed me and he dragged me across the road with my face on it, almost scratched my face off. As I was bleeding and twitching, he threw me in the front fucking seat of the car, and when he threw me in the front seat of the car, he started ignoring my pleas again. I kept asking, am I allowed to go, or am I being held in custody, or am I under arrest? He goes, you're not under arrest. I'm like, okay, then am I being detained? No, you're not. Then am I free to go? No, you're not. I'm like, why? He was going to answer the question. Finally, the neighbor of 16837 President Drive, one of the neighbors called 911, and a fire truck showed up. The fire truck shows up, and lo and behold, these cops from Eden Township Patrol Division, one of them was a very tall white guy, bald head, older maybe, and then the other one was an Asian guy, black hair, maybe 5'10", and they basically ignored all pleas. But when they see that the fire truck arrived, they both immediately almost took off. Like, they immediately released me out of my handcuffs. They ran to the fucking fire truck and said, oh no, he's not in any trouble, okay, we gotta go, and they ran off, and which was really weird. And so the fire truck person validated me, and he said, yes, he's had a diabetic shock, he is in trouble, he needs to go see the doctor immediately. But yet I didn't go because I was fearful that they would be waiting for me, the Eden Township Patrol Division death squad, at the fucking hospital, Eden Hospital. So I didn't go. But yeah, I was barely out alive. And after that, they kicked me out of the house, let those other people who broke into the house enjoy the house, I guess, and they broke all my properties and they wouldn't let me in. This is part 1 of 4, I guess. Next, I'll talk about how they kicked me out of 1615 167th Avenue illegally.